I wouldn't say that Colorado Democrats' property tax plan is a bribe. They're just trying to get people to do something by giving them money in return. Yeah, okay, so that is the dictionary definition of a bribe, but let's not overthink this. Governor Jared Polis and Democratic legislators are offering larger Tabor refunds for lower-income Coloradans next year, but only if people vote to scale back Tabor refunds for everyone in future years. Politics guy Marshall Zellinger does the math.
What does your increasing property tax bill have to do with your Tabor refund, money the state is constitutionally required to give back to you? Until this weekend, nothing. Democrats at the state legislature introduced a last-minute bill that ties the Tabor refund you're going to get next year to a proposal on the November ballot that would lessen the increase of your property tax bill.
We believe that coupling this refund mechanisms bill with the property tax bill is what guarantees that this will do more for lower-income people.
Lawmakers, including Democratic State Representative Chris Kennedy, are poised to put Proposition HH on the November ballot. HH would change the math of your property tax bill. It would still go up, just not as much as the notice you just got in the mail. So here's the bribe. If HH passes, then everyone's Tabor refund will be equal. $672 as a single filer, twice that if you file jointly. Kind of like last year when everyone got $750 or $1,500 checks as part of their Tabor refund a few months before last year's November election. But if HH fails, then your Tabor refunds will be issued based on your income level. More money for higher earners, much less for those who are low income.
We also know that renters are less likely to own a home, which means they may not be guaranteed as much of a benefit from the property tax bill. This is one way of making sure those renters benefit as well.
Here are some examples. For those who make less than $50,000, voting yes on HH would also mean you'd get almost $200 more than the current Tabor refund mechanism. $50,000 to $100,000 means $33 or $66 more. Any other income bracket and voting yes on HH also means you'd get fewer dollars in Tabor refund money.
They're going to get anywhere from $33 to $192 additional money with this. So you're being duped.
Republican State Senator Barbara Kirkmeyer calls it being duped because HH uses some of your Tabor refund each year to make sure local governments are made whole if your property tax increase gets lowered. And this equal refund for all is only for 1 year.
So if this is that important, and we're talking about equality for everybody, equal for taxpayers, then let's make it permanent.
I know this sounds complicated because Proposition HH is going to be about changing the math of your property tax bill, not about your Tabor refund. This separate bill introduced this weekend rather, and sent to the governor today, is about contingent on HH passing. It's not going to be written into HH, so it's this thing that's over here that's going to be in the blue book. But you're not going to see it on your ballot to say, should I vote for this? And Kirkmeyer tried to call out Democrats and said, if you want to do this equal Tabor refund thing, forget the HH, just do it. Just do it permanently. She had that as an amendment to the bill, and the Democrats, who would probably normally agree with that, rejected it.
They don't have to be linked. This is a choice to link the two together.
Right. They don't have to be linked, and look, we can be skeptical, cynical, and say they're trying to talk to the renters and the lower income voters who weren't going to benefit perhaps from HH and the property tax changes because landlords would pass it, whatever. This is a way, olive branch, I guess, to the renters saying, we're going to increase what you get from your Tabor refund, at least in 1 year. Just remember that when you get your ballot.
Yeah. Every time you say Prop HH, all I can think of is Prescription H.
Don't say.
And no, I'm not going to say anything more than that. Just every time you say it, all I can think of is Preparation H. Marshall, thank you.